Playoff Hatties, gotta feel good.
Yeah.
It just feels good to get the win and stay alive.
Burner earlier in the week said you guys shouldn't have to go 8-5 to beat the Crunch, but you did. Mm-hmm. Did it feel good to offensively come out? I know it was a roller coaster, but to really be able to find the back of the net so many times?
Obviously, when you can score that many goals, it's huge. Obviously, we'd like to be a little more shut down defensively, but at the end of the day, we won the game, and we're looking forward to the next one. So, big win, and we scored some big goals tonight, which is great. And hopefully we can carry some of the momentum into the next game, but be a little more detailed defensively.
See, I mean, the patience that basically a pretty young power play unit showed on the 5-on-3, like what are you seeing from them?
Like you said, there's good patience, and obviously Yuri's got a really nice shot, so they had some good recoveries, zone entries, and they moved it around well and found their opening, and they took it. So it's nice to get the power play to have an effect on the game because we got some good players who can make some good plays.
How big was it to have the power play be effective after last weekend in Syracuse?
Yeah.
And, we practiced, and staff gave us some really good tips to help us execute. We practiced on it this week, and then took it into our own hands, and were able to execute in the game. So at this time of the year, your special teams is huge.
So is this your Mark Messier moment?
Whatever it takes to win. Like if I had to block 3 shots instead and not score any goals, that's just as good for me. I'm just happy that we were able to win tonight, and there's a lot of guys who contributed.
How has it been coming into this team after the national championship, of course, now only his second game and his first one in Rochester? How has he been with the team getting acclimated?
Great. He was obviously a leader on the team. He's a captain, and he has a lot of poise for his second game and stepping into the playoffs. But he's played some big games this year, so I don't think it's anything new for him.
That lead in the third period, they buckle down. They draw the penalties, take the lead back. How did you see you guys respond from giving that up in the third period?
A little bit before the game is no matter what happens, just keep playing the same way. So for 60 minutes, and there's going to be a little, there's going to be a roller coaster ride every now and then in the playoffs and throughout the season. So obviously it's a great response because we were able to come back and win the game, and it was crazy. So it was just a good response by us to stick with it.
As the week went along.
Yeah, I mean, just having the same approach. For me personally, everybody's different, but as a team, we looked at some things from the games last weekend and tried to make some adjustments, obviously, and we worked on that in practice, and then you go into execute that game plan in the games. But from a personal standpoint, it's just sticking to the process, right? Everybody's got their own process, and you just continue to do that over and over again. And I've played 9 years now, so it's just someone's phone's falling here. It's worked for me in the past, and I just stick to that process. Whether you get the results that weekend or the following weekend, it's shown to come. So just sticking to the process.
Did you sense confidence growing, or
Yeah, I think.
maybe what hadn't waned? I don't know.
Yeah, not wavering, I think, is the best way to put it. You obviously had a tough weekend. We had a tough weekend, but we've had tough weekends throughout this season, and we were able to tie for second in the division. And the last weekend didn't go our way, but it doesn't mean this weekend's going to be that way as well.
At home, having these 9,000 fans in the area.
Yeah, this is awesome. I talked about it with you guys last weekend in Syracuse, but just being able to, embrace the moment and enjoy it, because we've worked so hard all season to have the opportunity to play in these types of games, and to have the fan support is just incredible, and to be able to give them a win tonight is just why we play. So it was awesome.
In order to win the same game throughout the full 60, how do you keep it calm on and off the bench when Apps is yelling at the refs? It's obviously heated emotionally.
Yeah.
Get calls or you're not going to get calls. It's just whatever's thrown at you, you go attack it.
So have you ever seen anybody nullified?
Sure. I don't really pay attention to that type of stuff. I just focus on my game.
Diplomacy.
Yeah.
To be honest with you though, because at the end of the day, you're not going to change what the refs are going to call. So,
They did.
yeah, yeah, but I can't do anything about it. That's funny. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But whatever they do, we just, from my personal standpoint, is just stick to my game, my identity, and play hard the next shift that I'm out there.